Representing every little girl's fairy tale dream, weddings have a custom to grand, ceremonious events in the United States. Traditions we are familiar with today, such as lighting of the unity candle or the wearing of a white wedding gown, are fairly new to the millennial existence of marriage ceremonies. The development of the American wedding from simple homespun ceremonies to elaborate public rituals has weathered the social whirlwind of every engaged woman. This unique modern trend of American weddings that paint lavish beauty of a perfect dreamlike wedding day have taken away the significance of traditional weddings that exist in other parts of the world. Wedding traditions in Botswana share a common thread in terms of values, views, and experiences with other African regions. The soon-to-be newlyweds celebrate their heritage and honor their ancestry by incorporating Botswana's customs and traditions in their wedding ceremony and reception. It is important that they understand the reason behind these traditions and the history of the traditions, because this will enable couples to perform the traditions more sincerely. The groom's family goes through a lengthy process to get into agreements with the bride's family. This is the appropriate time that lobola, or the price of the bride, is paid. This payment is in form of cows, in which the amount of cows is of great significance. The normal lobola in Kanye, a village in Botswana, is 8 cows. Couples are required to announce their wedding 21 days prior to the event. During that time, anyone who objects can make that known to the Kosi, the chief of the groom's village. A wedding cannot take place unless both sets of parents agree. In the absence of parents, there would be some other family member, grandparents, uncles, or aunts to stand in for parents and give consent. The wedding takes place at the kotla of a town, which is regarded as the chief's central court and public forum. Within a village, there can be multiple kotlas for different wards. However, the primary and largest of them all is where all of the weddings occur. Marriages must take place at the kotla because they require the approval of the local chief. Most people in modern-day Botswana choose to have traditional weddings at the kotla. At a later point in time, they will register their marriage with a civil authority so as to ensure they will receive the complete legal benefits of the marriage. Perfect. The wedding takes place over 3 days, sometimes even 4. The first day, the couple gets married at the kotla, or sometimes a church. This is a really short ceremony that typically takes place in the morning. In the afternoon, right after the wedding ceremony, the attendees and many other people go to the bride's family's house. Lunch lasts a while, as they typically have to feed around 300 people. Then, well into the night, people dance and drink Swana brew. The very next day, in the afternoon, the groom's family has lunch at their home. They invite their friends and family and the entire neighborhood. Then they also dance into the later hours of the night. The third day is when the couple begins their new lives. They move into their new home, and the woman makes tea for her husband and for the elderly women. The traditional attire of the bride consists of skirt, blouse, head covering, and a traditional blue and white shawl to represent the colors of Botswana. The covering of the bride shows modesty and respect for the elders who are in attendance. The attire for the groom can consist of a modern black covering. One rule the Kosi would not waive was the requirement that the women sit apart from the men. The men had chairs to sit on as well as the women, and they would sit on the opposite sides of the room.